Welcome to Dice with Death, where anyone could die with a roll of the dice. I'm your direct messenger, Oli Bateman, and joining me again for this week's performative Dungeons & Dragons podcast is Chatty Badger's Jamie Powis.
Driving this submarine makes me the pilot, but killing these piggies will make me a pirate. I'm Aark.
Hey, very nice. You are on a scouting submarine, you are on the River Ceraclea, and hopefully you're going to kill some more piggies. I'm, of course, also joined by IGN's Amy Mallett.
We had a punch-up and a spit roast with some hostile bacon, but after one nat 20 Scotch egg, I'm no longer aching.
Hey!
It is Zach.
Because you did the absolute impossible. And it was just something that you and Adam mentioned at the start of the episode.
It was a little gimmick.
Just what if we just ate something and then we just get all our health back? Like, yeah, okay, all right, let's roll a cool nat 20 and then you can do it. And then you only went and bloody did it. Amazing work.
I did not think you believed me at all.
No. We are also, of course, joined by WhatCulture.com's Adam Wilbourn.
You know who it is. I'm Titus. No need to boast. Last time we killed a hog via spit roast. We're on another adventure. We've had plenty. But this week, can I be the one who rolls a nat 20?
Let's hope.
Tiny little clap.
Let us pray.
Little clap. Yeah, fingers crossed for you this week, Titus. Is everybody ready to continue the adventure?
Yeah.
Previously on Dice with Death, the party all jumped into action to refuel the scouting sub and rescue Lakeland Zager from inside the fueling station. Getting their priorities right from the jump, Zakaiya and Titus set about entering the fueling station unseen in search of Ginster's pasties, chocolate bars and some iron brew to cure their hangover, before maybe thinking about saving Lakeland from the unknown assailants trying to kill him. Whilst exiting the submarine, Titus failed his stealth check and crashed through the decking, wedging himself waist deep in wood, while his feet took a bath in the Ceraclean River before joining Zakaiya at the side entrance of the fueling station. Aark concentrated on refueling the submarine so that Zakaiya and Titus didn't blow them all sky high and failed to push the fuel barrel over, so instead headed up to the roof to get a look in on the action below. Zakaiya then failed her stealth check to enter the diner unseen and knocked over an oil can, alerting the Hog Folken Bounty Hunters to her presence. After an intense pig pun related fight where the party slayed their enemies with various nat 20s and spit roasted a bounty hunter to death, Zakaiya did the impossible and rid herself of one level of exhaustion by consuming a mini Scotch egg with another nat 20. After investigating the bodies of the Hog Folken Bounty Hunters and picking up another holocard, Aark set the fuel station to blow with a trail of squid ink leading right to the barrels they were leaving behind. Officer Zager cranked the engine, Aark and Titus jumped aboard, and Zakaiya flipped her way into the submarine before letting go of the lit tinderbox, lighting the squid ink trail and exploding the fuel station into white-hot shrapnel that rained down from the sky amongst the mushroom cloud left behind. Titus and Lakeland opted for a short rest after a socially awkward conversation about spoons, while Aark and Zakaiya stayed up to pilot the scouting sub up the River Ceraclea. Aark then pulled a necklace and pendant from his cloak, displaying a map of the solar system, and told Zakaiya that Madame Morgana had given this to him to give to Zakaiya to find her biological mother. Confused at the situation, and questioning whether they and Titus should stay the course in finding Mr. Moto Hirakoshi, you both used your bond with the magical arcanic force from within you and saw two locations appear on the globe, one on the volcanic planet of Eid and one on the ice planet of Olay. Before you could react, you heard the sounds of engines rumbling behind you at speed, and as Lakeland peered out the hatch to take a look at the commotion, you heard a voice shout over the engine noise, "I'm gonna get me a bounty today!" And that's where we are now. Lakeland turns to you all in a fluster and says, "Hogfolk Bounty Hunters, to the rear, 3 jet skis and 1 attack boat." He jumps from the ladder, dashes to the control panel where you're sat, Aark, and slams his fist on the armament button. You hear gears whirring and cogs turning in the walls of the scouting sub as arcane electrified harpoons rise out of the roof. Lakeland turns to you all and says, "Anyone here fired a harpoon before?" Everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, hey.
Straight into the action, baby. Let's go.
Nice.
Aark, what did you get?
I haven't got my dice out yet. I'm sorry. Was not expecting to go straight into initiative. Hold on.
No.
Here we go. Let my dice tray. Let's click my dice tray into place. Here we go. 6.
Yay! Zakaiya.
I've got 17.
Well
Strong
done.
start.
Titus.
Well, aptly, considering my rhyme at the beginning of today's episode, I got a nat 1.
I was so ready to cheer.
A look at things to come, I'm sure, this
Look
episode.
at the old dice now. The old dice aren't looking so bad anymore.
Yeah. I think they're about to come out on parole, aren't they?
We're in initiative now. We're into combat. At the top of the round with a nat 20 is one of these hog folk who is powering up behind you guys on a jet ski. He uses his movement on the jet ski. Remember, these hog folk, they've got Hawaiian shirts, Hawaiian shorts, big bounty hunter boots on, but they are coming for you. So this guy, he's on a jet ski. Yes, a pig on a jet ski. He zooms up to the right-hand side, just maybe 20 feet to the right of the scouting sub, and he takes a look in, and he shouts back at his bounty hunter hog folk. They're here, boss. They're here. I can see him. I can see him in the sub. That's his go. It's Officer Lakeland Zager now. He's slammed the button on the scouting sub. The armaments have dropped. He turns to you, Aark, and he says, Captain Aark, sir, where do you need me?
I'm going to say on the helm. Because I want to have some fun with these bounty hunters.
Okay. Lakeland lets you stand up from the control panel. He sits down and he says, I'll keep us chugging along. Anybody else that wants to man those harpoons, go for it. And he sits down, takes control, and we're still chugging along. We go to the next Hog Folken Bounty Hunter, who he's a medium boy, and he's on the big attack boat that's coming behind you. It's probably about the same size as the scouting sub that is that you guys are in, but it's got a lot of armaments on it. And he's going to try and immediately ready this harpoon and fire it directly into the scouting sub. Only got a 12, so he readies this harpoon, shoots it directly at you, but the harpoon just sails completely over the scouting sub and splashes into the water. He uses a bonus action to reel it back in, reels it all the way back, and cocks it as he misses you all. On 17, Zakaiya, that's your go.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Can I ask what our submarine is made of?
The scouting sub is very much like the escape pod that you guys were all on. It's made completely of metal.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's not ideal. I was thinking, could I electrocute the water that they're in? But that's going to get us, because metal conducts electricity. I paid attention in science. Okay, in that case then, I feel like Titus should probably have a go at the old harpoon. I've got a crossbow, so I've got a ranged weapon in that effect. So, yeah, can I go for this? Where is this medium boy that you described so eloquently? Is he at the front of the jet ski pig tribe?
The guy with the harpoon, so he's on the attack boat. He's at the very back. The other jet skis are just in front.
Right.
But he is manning the harpoon cannon right at the front of this attack boat. So he's the furthest away in terms of the vehicle that he's on, but he's the closest to you in terms of the guy that you could hit.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. And it's dex for a ranged weapon, isn't it?
It absolutely is, yes.
Cool. It's only taken me 15 episodes to stop asking that way. Okay, cool.
So Zakaiya, when you're making this attack, you're going up the ladder, you're popping out of the hatch on the top.
Yep.
Are you just kind of in the hatch and on the ladder? Or are you fully outside on the top of the submarine?
I'm gonna sort of stick my head up, and do I have to? I can open that with one action, can't I? The hatch, and then shoot. And then
absolutely,
get back in the hole, yeah?
Opening that hatch is a free action.
Cool. Okay, so I'll open the hatch, I'll stick my little head up above the parapet kind of thing, and then I'm going to try and shoot the guy on the harpoon between the eyes.
Okay. Roll to hit.
15.
15 hits.
Hey!
Yes!
You see this arrow sail from your crossbow through all the all the mist and waves that are kicking up off the back of this scouting sub and just pierce straight into this guy's shoulder as he takes this arrow in the side. Roll your damage.
Okay. Ooh, that's not bad. +2, so that's 10.
10
damage
to this Hog
yes.
Folken Bounty Hunter. Yeah,
that makes up for all the times I missed in the library.
Yeah, you see this arrow pierce into his shoulder and it rips part of the sleeve of his Hawaiian shirt. And he's like, no, I just got this. I just bought this.
Oh, is that from Hollister? If so, I'm glad.
Hog Folken Bounty Hunters love Hollister. They love walking into really dark shops that smell really weird. Zakaiya, you still have a bit of movement and you have a bonus action. What are you doing?
I'm going to get back inside the sub.
Okay. Down the ladder.
Down the hatch.
Okay, you're at the bottom of the ladder now. That is the end of your go. It is now another Hog Folken Bounty Hunters go. You can see from you popping out the top, Zakaiya, that you see all the enemies around you now. And you see that there are 5 of them. You've got 3 on jet skis and 2 on the attack boat behind you. So this other Hog Folken Bounty Hunter on the second jet ski pulls around to the side on the left. And you see him kind of... He's going to do a perception check, actually. With a 16, he notices, rather unfortunately for you, Zakaiya, that you left the hatch open as you went down the ladder.
What is it with me and bloody lids? I said I closed it, didn't I? Oh no, I just said I went down. I went down the hatch.
You absolutely did not
I
close
meant
this
while
thing.
hanging on to the lid. For crap's sake.
He sees that it's open, and he readies a grenade.
No!
Oh my god.
Fully pops the pin on this thing, cooks it in his hand, and he's going to chuck it and try and get it down into this hatch.
Oh, he's closed the fucking lid.
Kobe.
Boys, I'm so sorry.
Kobe indeed. He gets a 19. He gets a 19.
No.
He gets a 19 to hit this submarine, so he's going to hit with his grenade. Now he's got to roll a bit of a luck check to see if he goes directly into the hatch. That's a nat 20.
No! You are joking.
Okay. DM Oli starting off strong today. Okay. This grenade soars from his meaty piggy fists. And he's laughing as it soars through the air. It kind of... It hits the top where this open hatch is, and it kind of dances around the rim a little bit. Drops in. You are all in the midst of this explosion that is going to happen. You will take...
Oh, God.
Can we react to it? Can we do something to it?
Can I just put a note to myself here just to cut back in where Zach said earlier, I'm going to make up for the library now. Just put that little bit of audio
I feel
right here.
genuinely betrayed because I said to Oli, can I then close it? And you were like, yeah, that's just a free action. And I was like, okay, I clearly meant to close it. I didn't say it exactly, and it was taken so much out of context.
Yeah, you've got to be
So
very,
annoyed.
you've got to be very deliberate
yeah.
with me now. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then I breathe, and then I sneeze, and then I blink. I'm literally going to describe every action from now on. If I
Come on,
fart, you're going
guys.
to know about it.
Come on, guys. Wishstone box, lids, you should know this stuff. You will take, and I'm going to shake the dice in front of the mic now.
Oh my god, how many dice is that?
You
This hit me.
You all take 12 points of fire damage. This grenade explodes, and it pushes Lakeland out of his seat and up into the front of the scouting sub, and he completely falls off the control panel, and you see this. You feel the sub start to slow down for a second as his feet come off the accelerator. You all take this fire damage. Nothing kind of erupts on fire, but there's been an explosion inside this scouting sub. That is luckily the end of his go, and we move on to Aark now. Aark, what are you gonna do?
if I have a little flap up the what's it called? Not porthole.
The hatch.
What's it? Hatch. Yes. I'm gonna flap up to the hatch.
Flap up to the flap.
Flap up to the hatch. That's got to be it. And that's a potential episode name right there. Flap up to the hatch.
Flap up to the flap. So I can see, is it one big boat and then lots of little jet skis?
Yeah, 3 jet skis, 2 either side of your scouting sub. One's holding back a little bit, and the attack boat is further back than that. But the attack boat is about 60 feet away from you. The 2 jet skis to the side are about 20 feet either side of you, and the other jet ski that's behind you is 20 feet as well.
How many people are on that attack boat?
2.
And then it's one. So I'm guessing one driving, one on that kind of cannon thing.
Absolutely.
Cool. So I am gonna be the Tempest cleric, and I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind at that boat.
Ooh, okay. Tell us what Gust of Wind does, please.
Like a gust of wind. That's a bit of Pharrell there, if anyone cared.
A line of strong wind, 60 foot long and 10 feet wide, blasts from your direction, from you in a direction you choose for the spell's duration. Each creature that starts its turn in that line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 foot away from the direction following the line. Any creature in the line must spend 2 foot of movement for every 1 foot it moves when coming closer to you. The gust disperses vapor and gas, extinguishes candles, torches, and similar unprotected flames in the area. As a bonus action on each of your turns before the spell ends, you can change the direction of the wind.
Amazing. Okay, and what's the range of that spell? Sorry, just to clarify.
60 foot line, 10 foot wide.
Ooh, great. Okay, so with this, you can absolutely get the jet ski that's directly behind you, and you just get the attack boat, which is very much at the end of that.
Cool.
Does anybody need to make a saving throw here right now?
When they start their turn.
When they start their turn. Amazing. Okay, Aark, are you doing anything else with your turn?
Can I? Because I'm imagining like I'm casting the spell, but my wings are flapping and causing the wind. So could I hunker down, in the flap, but maybe get a bit of cover from the flap because my head's sticking out still. So I probably am not going to get total cover, but maybe get a little bit of cover.
Okay, so you want to be on the ladder. You pull the hatch kind of over yourself so your little beady bird eyes can see out, but the hatch isn't fully closed.
Yeah, is that all right?
Yeah, no problem. No problem at all.
Thank you for describing exactly how you close that hatch in intimate detail.
I just want to know if I get the extra AC. Am I in partial cover?
Yeah, no, definitely. You are. I'm not going to say you're in full cover because some of you is exposed, but you'll definitely get half cover on there.
Yeah.
Just your beak.
Just the beak poking out of the top. Like I was about to say, like you're going to put a beak in a George Foreman, but nobody puts beaks in George Foremans. So this is going well, Oli. Well done. We move on from Aark's Go and we go to the big, beefy Hog Folken Bounty Hunter who is driving this attack boat. Got to make a saving throw immediately, Jamie?
He does. Has to beat a 14.
Fails.
He is now 15 foot away. He's flung 15 foot backwards.
You see this gust of wind take a hold of this attack boat, and you see the front of it kind of rise up even more out of the water. This attack boat it's going full chat. It is at speed, and you see the driver of this attack boat just let go of the steering wheel, and he starts to fling back, and he's got like a wrist strap around his hand, so you hear the key come out of the kill switch, and the attack boat just powers down, but he is still attached to the boat by a rope around his leg, which is attached to the side. So he flies off, the boat goes up, he is then caught, and he's actually going to take some damage from this because he's getting held down by this rope.
Nice.
So he takes 8 points of, say, force damage just from being held back on. So the attack boat has completely stopped. And And yeah, he's hanging on for absolute dear life.
Nice.
Okay, we move on to the next jet ski, which is in the exact same place in this line of wind. He's going to make a saving throw. Gets a nat 1. This jet ski doesn't just like fly away. It disappears. Like it, the Hog Folk Bounty Hunter who's holding onto this jet ski for dear life. The kill switch doesn't quite come off, and he just flies up and over the attack boat, flipping and barrel rolling, and just smashes into the sea. I mean, you might as well call that guy out of the fight so far. He's gone. He's off of his jet ski. He's not dead, but he's annihilated off of that jet ski.
Nice.
We now move on to Titus with a nat 1 at the bottom of the initiative. Titus, what are you doing?
What's going on? Sorry, I've been asleep. I thought I heard a noise.
Yeah, imagine getting woken up by a grenade.
I think I probably should... I was going to jump on the harpoon, and then I remembered probably literally anyone else should use the harpoon instead of me, because I've got to roll with disadvantage. So how about I just put my foot down and get us going?
Titus, to remind you, ability checks are your disadvantage. If you wanted to make attack rolls with those electrified harpoons, you absolutely can.
So just give me an assessment of the battlefield right now. Okay. One of the jet skis has disappeared.
One of the jet skis has completely disappeared. The one that was directly behind you, you can't see it anymore. It's like blown over the attack boat. It's in the water. The guy's not on it. You have got a jet ski to the left of the sub and a jet ski to the right, and the attack boat's still at the back, but you've seen that it's slowing down.
Okay. I mean, I do just want to have a go on the electrified harpoon, if I'm honest. So yeah, let's have a bit of that, shall we?
Okay.
Jump on the harpoon weapon and aim it at one of the jet skis, I suppose.
Okay, you're going for left or right?
We're going left.
Going left, okay. So as you're looking out the... Yeah, okay. So Titus, what happens is you are woken up by the explosion of a grenade forcing this bedroom door of this master suite that you're in, with these flames coming into the bedroom and just licking all over your body, just damaging you and giving you instant burns. You go, "What's going on?" and run to the harpoon. You jump on the harpoon. You go into fire to the left side. So roll to hit with this roll, Titus, +4 to it.
23.
23. That definitely hits. Now, Titus, are you going for the Hog Folken Bounty Hunter or the jet ski itself?
I think the jet ski itself would be funnier. Just blow that shit up, or at least disable it or slow it down, even if it doesn't kill it completely or kill him completely. Yeah, let's go for the jet ski. Plus, it's probably, I don't know. Yeah, it's a bigger target because I could just aim for the Hawaiian shirt and just go straight through that otherwise. So yeah, let's go for the jet ski.
You go for the jet ski. This harpoon pierces into the jet ski. The jet ski starts to stutter and murmur, and you feel like you've done some damage to the engine. Before you roll your damage, Lakeland, in his, toppled state, shouts to you, "Bonus action, electrify." Basically telling you that these aren't electrified yet, but if you wanted to use a bonus action to electrify this jet ski with this guy on it, you could. But if you wanted to use your bonus action to reel it in again, you could.
Okay. Do I roll my damage first before making that decision, or do I have to make that decision before I roll my damage?
Make the decision before you roll your damage.
What do we think, guys?
Ooh, I mean, I feel like Lecky might. The reason that because I was going to cast Thunderwave, and I thought it's just so many ways that could go wrong if you get a nat 1 because we're all on the water. So I just felt like we could go
metal. Yeah, in a metal boat. Yeah, let's just reel it in afterwards. We got plenty of time for this.
I think so too. Yeah, just I don't trust that.
Bonus action, Titus reels in this harpoon. You have slowed this jet ski down slightly. It looks like you've pinged some of the bodywork off of it. You hear the engine start to stutter as if it's been kicked really hard, but it's not stopping. Titus, is that the end of your go?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. We move back to the top of the round with Nat 20, this Hog Folk Bounty Hunter, who is on the jet ski on the right. Titus has gone for the one on the left. He has seen what his Hog Folk brethren has done, and he's going to chuck a grenade again. 19 hits on the top of this scouting sub, gets it right on top.
And then it just rolls off the side, yeah? Like every crazy golf course ever.
Yeah, so... 13 points of damage done to the scouting sub itself. Aark, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
That is a 11.
An 11. Okay. With the force of this explosion that impacts on the top of this scouting sub, although you have the hatch, the lid, just poked up a little bit, the force of this explosion pushes the lid shut and pushes it directly on top of your head. You take... Oh, okay. 6 damage to the top of your cranium as this hatch smacks you in the head.
Cool. I'm going to make a concentration check. I literally rolled 2 nat 1s.
Does that mean you have dementia now?
So this is now unfortunately with Oli that I was casting a gust of wind and I've now fallen backwards and lost concentration. So Oli, let me know what happens.
Oh, no.
Okay. So, let's think about this for a second. If you lose concentration, the line spell is going to stop exactly where it is. It's not going to, follow you into the room. Okay. So the gust of wind just stops where it is. You see the waves dive down. You see the attack boat towards the back. The front of it smashes back into the water and starts riding the waves again. Right, your dexterity saving throw, you got hit on the head. You're not going to fall down the ladder, so that's absolutely fine. But you have lost concentration on that spell. Okay. We move over to Lakeland Zager, who picks himself up. He has fallen over arse over tit with this explosion that's imploded in this scouting sub. He's hit the front of screen that he can see at the front of the sub, and he picks himself back up, gets back on the controls, and slams his foot down on the accelerator, and you guys start motoring again. That is Hogfolk 4, who is the medium boy who's on the boat with the harpoon. He has managed to reel it in, so he's going to go and try and attack the scouting sub again with the harpoon. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, okay. 24 to hit the scouting sub. So you see this harpoon from this attack boat, which has a range of about 120 feet, pierce into this scouting sub right on the back. It misses the propeller on the back. It just hits into the rear, but misses the propeller. With a bonus action, he's going to electrify the sub that you're all in.
Crap. Hey, come on, if he does that, he'd surely be electrifying himself.
You'd think so. This scouting sub takes 17 points of lightning damage, let's say, as this harpoon electrifies into the sub.
Remind us how much HP's the sub got again?
You don't know for sure. If you wanted to ask Aark that question on your turn, he could roll an insight check and find out.
Okay.
But I will say that this scouting sub is way healthier than, say, the escape pod that you guys were in. That's like
okay.
one
Cool.
mission only, like to get you to a place.
Yeah.
This has got more armaments on it. So the attack sub takes 17 points of damage. Everybody within this scouting sub, roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Aark.
Nat 20, 23 overall.
Nice. Aark, you take no damage whatsoever. Zakaiya.
10.
10. Okay. You take 9 points of lightning damage as it electrifies through your body.
Shit, I'm ropey.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're at the bottom of the ladder. You get just this massive electric shock through the ladder and through the side. Titus, what did you get?
14.
14. You save. You take absolutely no damage whatsoever.
Yeah, baby.
Well, there's 4 points between us, and I took 9 damage.
Half damage, boys and
Blimey
girls.
hell.
Half damage.
Oh wow.
That's the end of his go. Zakaiya, it's your go.
Okay, cool. I am going to cast Healing Word on Aark because I feel bad that it's my fault that we're probably all looking so ropey anyway, or at least my fault that I am. So Healing Word is a case of creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 your spellcasting ability modifier. Spell has no effect on undead or constructs. Are you an undead or a construct, Aark?
I am neither.
Good. That's what I like to hear. Okay, cool. So I can cast that just to give him some extra hit points because, you know, he's got some nice OP spells that we're going to need. So 1d4. Oh, 7. You regain 7 hit points.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. I was going to use it on myself, but I felt like, given that I was the one who initiated Grenade Gate, that didn't feel like the right choice.
Grenade Gate.
Grenade
Amazing.
Gate. Again, potential episode name. We're rattling through them.
Absolutely.
Anything else I can do? My turn. I'm just trying to think. Can I approach Leyland and ask if there's any other kind of artillery or weapons on this boat?
Yes, you can. You don't, it's barely any movement to get to him. He's like right by the ladder. Yeah, what do you say to Lakeland?
So, Lakeland, is there anything else besides the harpoon? Are there any missiles? Is there anything else built into this ship that we can use?
As a reaction, Lakeland Zager slams his fist on another button, and you see where the map area was, where Aark first saw his other piece of parchment that had Aves Gone Mad written on it right by this perspex box.
That's the one, wasn't it?
That was it. That was it. You see a shutter roll up as quick as you can breathe, and you just see...
Please be a mech suit, please be a mech suit, please be a mech suit.
You see there 3 grenade launchers.
Oh, that hurt my arm. Yeah. That was a real case of Pfizer arm. It was like,
Shout out to the vaccine, everybody.
Shout out to the vaccine peeps. And a very embarrassing moment that I happened today with the vaccine, but that will be for a no dice. Cool. Great. In that case, can I grab one? Or I think I've probably used most of my action now, but it's there for next turn, right?
You can you've used a bit of movement to get over to Lakeland. Lakeland has used his reaction to open that shutter, so you still have a free action to pick up a grenade launcher if you want, and a lot of movement to get wherever you want, really.
Okay, cool. Do I have to load it?
Ooh, you've never used a grenade launcher before.
I mean, Amy hasn't. Neither is Zach, but they're both one and the same.
I'm hoping none of us have ever had to use a grenade launcher before in real life, but maybe another story for no dice if we have. You see that, like, kind of pulsating around it. How could I describe it? It looks like got like a GoldenEye grenade launcher from like the N64. You know, it's got that barrel around it, and you see these like blue spherical arcane like balls that are just pulsing.
Yep.
It's loaded and ready to go.
Great. That's what we like to hear. No faffing about. Okay, cool. I will move back towards the foot of the ladder where Aark is.
Okay. you situate yourself at the bottom of the ladder. This is the turn of the Hog Folk Bounty Hunter who Titus shot at. So this harpoon has launched into this jet ski. Titus has reeled it in. He takes his foot off the pedal. He comes off the throttle and takes himself directly behind the scouting sub. And instead of a grenade, he's just going to take some shots at the propeller just to try and slow you guys down. He's going to use a multi-attack. Misses both times. You see he takes this like light machine gun from his back with like a bandolier strapped around him and just starts shooting at this scouting sub. But in all the commotion from getting hit with this harpoon into his jet ski, completely misses, just files wildly while he's trying to ride these waves and steer this jet ski all at the same time. Aark, that's your go.
How far away am I from that big old sub? Not the big old sub. How far away How far away am I from the big boat?
Yeah, but how far away are you, Aark?
I don't know.
You are, from the big attack boat. You would have pushed it a fair ways. It's now 100 feet behind the scouting sub.
So the guy who threw the grenade, he's like one side on a jet ski.
So both jet skis that were to the side of the scouting sub threw grenades. One of them is directly behind the propeller, and one is to the right.
And the one on the right is the one that hit me.
Yes,
Right.
It is. Yeah.
I'm all about vengeance, so I'm gonna pop open the flap, and I want to fly out and land on the back of that jet ski.
Nice!
Wow. That is a power move, isn't it?
That is a Powis move, if I ever saw one. Okay, right, Aark. You launch yourself up the ladder and out of this hatch. You fly down on the back of this jet ski. I want to say you've used 30 movement to get there, so you've still got 20 after this, whatever it is that you want to do. And you're now on the back of this jet ski. This hog folk looks absolutely so. What? Oh no! Oh, bird boy! What are you doing?
I want to grab him by his hair, and then you're going to see my talons just kind of go black with necrotic energy, and I cast inflict wounds on this little prick.
Nice!
Damn, son!
Nice! Tell everybody what inflict wounds does, please.
Mess him up.
Make a melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. On a hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage.
How much?
3d10.
3d10!
Bloody hell. Okay, amazing.
Also, it's a first level spell as well, which is always a good one. Right, so roll to hit. Oh, I might not hit.
Oh no.
15.
Hits.
Yes. Thank God. Thank Tempo.
10. 17. 18. He takes 18 necrotic damage.
For a minute, I thought you were adding those figures together. I was like, Jesus. You wipe out his race. You wipe out every pig person on the planet. Nice one. That's great.
You see another Hog Folken Bounty Hunter at the side of the river just pick up a cell phone and go, I think I'm going to call his mother and tell her the bad news.
Oh.
Aark, you rip into this guy with your talons with like necrotic energy. Your talons turn into like black, ashy, cloudy kind of soot and smoke. And for a minute, anybody else watching this could swear, if they would have experienced the visions that all you guys have experienced, you could have sworn that Aark just turned into a mind shadow and just started ripping into this guy. You You kind of garrote this guy with the talons around his neck. You start slashing at his throat and his back and his shoulders. He is hanging on for dear life on this jet ski. Like, it slows down a little bit but speeds up as he tries to hold on to the throttle. And he's still barely standing. But he's standing.
With the rest of my movement, I want to get a bit personal. So I just want to put my body in front of his. So basically, I want to use him as cover if I can from the others. But I just want to be right at his face. Beak to face.
Beak to face.
Beak to face.
Like a front piggyback. Is that what you're going for here?
Yeah. You know the video, the Kanye West video, Bound 2? You're Kim Kardashian
Yes.
and he's Kanye.
Hoggy.
It's J.A. Jamie, you extend your wings out and let the wind kind of take you and flip yourself over, and now you are like you would stand on like the front pegs of a BMX when you're like a kid. You are on the front of this jet ski in front of this guy's face. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I think I've done enough.
I think so. We move on to the big, beefy Hog Folken Bounty Hunter, who is piloting the attack boat, which is currently 100 feet away. He puts the throttle down and speeds up to get directly behind the jet ski that you are sat on, Aark. And you see the big, beefy boy who isn't on the harpoon, but takes a long-range rifle out from his side, aims it directly at you, Aark, and goes for a sniper shot, as it were.
Please hit his mate. Please hit his mate.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine?
Ollie's been really good on rolls today, though.
Yeah, no, he has.
I've been a bit good.
He's had the luckiest grenades in history.
The luck streak for this DM continues as he got a 21.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, okay. Aark, you take from this very well-placed sniper shot. Okay, not bad. Only 6 damage.
Cool.
He takes his hand off the controls for a second, rears up this sniper rifle, and just blasts you in the side, like in the wing, like through one of your wings. It just kind of pierces through, and you see feathers kind of explode behind you. But you've taken the shot like a champ and not taken too much damage, so that's okay. We then would go to the other guy on the jet ski, but he's in the River Ceraclea back there because of your gust of wind, so he is no longer there. Back to the top of the round. This nat 20 for this hog folk on the jet ski, who Aark, you are sat directly in front of.
What about my go?
I'm so sorry, Titus, because you got a nat 1. I miss it a lot, so
I'm not surprised. I genuinely thought maybe that's the punishment. So
Because you got on that one, you don't deserve to go. How mean, Ollie.
I've got so many enemies like scribbled out on the bottom, and then it just says next to
enemies.
in tiny writing is Titus. Titus, that is your go. What are you doing?
I'm a master of disguise, even when written as names on a piece of paper. Aha! Just to clarify, we got 2 jet skis, one in front, one behind of the big ship, one of which is carrying Bird Boy over here, so I probably shouldn't shoot at that, and the other one's behind it. So I'll just fire the harpoon at the ship, and, probably best to electrify. Can I electrify it before I fire it?
So you can fire the harpoon with your bonus action. You can either reel it back in or electrify it.
Okay. All right, we'll do. Let's see if we hit first, shall we?
Right. Go for it. Roll to hit. And what did I say? +4 to this. Yep, yeah. +4.
You ever do that thing where you're rolling D20 and it just turns at the last second? It goes, oh. That went from a 6 to a 14, so 18.
You slam this harpoon into the front of this attack ship, also made of metal, so it sticks right in the front of it. You have it there. What are you doing with your bonus action?
Is there like a porthole, I assume I'm like looking through, or how's that work?
Yeah. So the armaments have dropped down. It's very much like when you guys were on the scouting sub. It's like a thing that drops down and you basically get a periscope to see.
I sort of want to fired it, and I want to lean back in the chair and then put my feet up onto the electrify button, please.
You fire this harpoon. It sticks into this attack boat. You lazy boy style recline. However it is possible to recline on this contraption, and you slam your feet on this electrifying button. Yes. Titus, I'm going to need you to roll. Hold on 1 second.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to need you to roll 4d10 for this damage, please.
Okay.
So hard to gauge whether they're good or bad, just hearing his little grunts.
Went great. 12 damage.
12 damage, okay. You electrify the hull of this attack boat, which, of course, as you all well know, is going to get the people on the attack boat, so they're going to do some saving throws. Both save, so they don't take any damage whatsoever, but the hull of this attack ship that you have attacked takes all that damage that you just rolled, the 12 damage. So you see the attack boat now start to stutter. It's struggling. It's not been hit too much with anything, actually, but you've managed to get this electrified harpoon somewhere close to the inside of the workings of this boat. Titus, are you doing anything else with your turn? You've got movement still.
No, I'll just leave it there.
Okay. Back to the top of the round. Hog Folk 5 on the jet ski with Aark in front of him. This is reverse Ghost style. This is Swayze and
oh my love.
This is Swayze and Demi Moore. Was it Demi Moore who was in that film?
It was Demi Moore, yeah.
It was
she was
Demi
adorable
Moore.
in that film.
Okay. Yeah, so there's not much this guy can do. He's got a bird boy in front of him. He can't really use any of his weapons because all the stuff that he's got is ranged. So he's just going to try and punch you in the face, Aark. That's all he can do. Misses. Swing and a miss. You see this guy take his hand off of the throttle, start snorting and grunting, and just goes for a swing across your beak. And Aark, you so gracefully, elegantly, Matrix style bend back out the way of this guy.
Oh yes.
Lush.
Swings round. As he swings round and like finishes his throw, you hear the like vertebrae in his back just click as if it's been needing to click for so long. He goes, "Ooh!" He screams out a little bit as he swings for you. He's missed. It is Officer Lakeland Zager's go. He is just going to keep on piloting the ship. He does use a free action to shout to Titus and just say, "Titus, there's another harpoon. You can fire another harpoon on your next go."
Hey!
You and thumbs up to him. And he doesn't know what to make of it, seeing as you had an awkward conversation about spoons earlier, and the fact that you went in the last episode, "Why are you the way you are?"
I love that. Was my favourite quote. Why are you the way you are? Who hurt you?
We move on to the next Hog Folken Bounty Hunter, who is on the harpoon of the attack boat. Oh no, hold on. He harpooned it, then electrocuted, so he's actually got to use... He's now got to use a full action to reel this harpoon in, because he doesn't get to use a bonus action. So he uses an action to reel in this harpoon, and that's all he can do on his turn. So you see him so frustrated because he's had to get this harpoon back, and although it's electrified you guys, it's just not taking down this sub, and you still seem to be fine. And there's a bird on front of a fucking jet ski who just seems to be owning this guy. Zakaiya, that's your go.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to go up the hatch. I'm going to open the old hatch. And then so what do I see? Who's left? You've obviously got the Kim K on the front of Aark's bike, or the back of Aark's bike.
Yeah, that's on the right.
Yeah, on the right. And then you got the main boat in the middle kind of thing.
Main boat in the middle is about 60 feet back, and another jet ski is directly behind the propeller.
Right. Okay, I'm going to go for that bastard because he's trying to take out our propeller. So, what's the range of this grenade launcher?
You have absolutely no idea what the range of this grenade launcher is, but as someone who has fired a crossbow before, you could probably tell that as a ranged weapon, it should, with explosives on it, you should be able to shoot this like 60 feet at least. Okay. So whereabouts is the guy that I'm targeting who's attacking our propeller in relation to Aark? Okay. So.
I don't want a repeat of Ice Knife.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're
but
fine.
with a grenade. Can you imagine?
Just singed feathers. Just like
he just gets flown into the sky like the first guy on the jet ski. You know, in anime, in like Pokemon, where Team Rocket just fly out and then it's just a little sparkle in the air and it's like ding ding. That's it. He's gone for good.
Yeah, no, there's absolutely the guy on the jet ski behind you who you're targeting is 20 feet behind you. The guy on the jet ski with Aark is 20 feet to the right. So absolutely, there's no way in hell, unless you roll a nat 1, that you would get them. So yeah.
Not today, Satan. Not today. Okay, all right. I'm gonna fire at the pillock who's attacking our propeller then.
Okay, roll with disadvantage with your d20, so roll 2 d20s, and you're going to +3 to this.
Okay. So not plus my dexterity. Oh right, I see. That +3 is because of my crossbow experience. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, let's hope it's better than that. Well, of course, if it is better than that, then it doesn't really matter because I've got to take the lower, haven't I? So that's 5 + 3 is 8.
5 + 3 is 8.
I ain't gonna hit, is it?
You fire this grenade launcher. It feels so chunky in your arms just firing this thing. You get massive recoil as it makes that, that really like satisfying sound of a grenade leaving a launcher that you get in like Modern Warfare and stuff. And it flies directly over him, lands in the water, and explodes behind him. He kind of like speeds up just to get out of the way of this explosion. You miss him with your first attack with the grenade launcher.
Well, actually, joke's on him, because all I really wanted to do was give him a light splash. And that is what I achieved. His shirt's wet now. I hope he's happy.
Hold on. I'm going to roll and see if he gets a light splash. He is sodden. He's so wet. This isn't a light splash.
Yes.
This is like a tidal wave coming over him as this explosion erupts this wave over him. Hold on, I'm going to roll a luck check now.
He's in the splash zone for real.
He holds on for dear life. He just holds on to the jet ski. So you've created this wave that washed over him. He just looks like a really wet pig. I don't know how else to describe that.
Good.
In your face.
In your face, piggy boy.
You'll smell of damp later.
Your clothes are going to smell fusty.
It's the slow burn. It's how I get you.
Don't put those in the wash straight away. Your washing basket is going to smell a bit damp.
Oh, yeah. No, so he doesn't have to go home and explain to his mum while he's all wet. But yeah, this wave washes over him. He's absolutely fine. Zakaiya, you have a bonus action, and you're out of movement, but you have a bonus action.
Okay. I will go down the ladder. Close the hatch. Yep. Just let's do that action just a few more times. Close the hatch. Close the hatch, and then I'll close the hatch. And then I'll just go down the stairs.
Okay, you can get to the
And I'll
bottom of
look
the
up
ladder.
at the
no
closed
problem.
hatch.
Double check.
Don't forget, the hatch is closed.
Yep.
Okay. You are at the bottom of the ladder with a closed hatch. Good
Yes.
work.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We move on to the Hog Folk Bounty Hunter, who is on the jet ski directly behind the propeller. And you see he takes his LMG, his light machine gun that he's had on his back, puts it back onto his back, really, straps it back to himself, and he rears up what kind of looks like a tube with a trigger on it. You can't really quite make out exactly what this thing is. But Aark, from where you are, you see directly where this guy is and what he's pointing at you. And it's a net cannon.
Cool.
He's going to try and net you and probably get his mate in the same move, but let's see. Misses. You see this net cannon fire towards you, Aark, sat on the front of this jet ski, and this other Hog Folken Bounty Hunter. And you see the ball of the net come out of the end of the tube. It expands, but completely misses you to the side, like gets blown over by the wind and back into the water, like a net that's been freed from a fisherman's boat. That's the end of his go. Aark, it's your turn.
How far away is that guy with the sniper rifle, the big beefy guy?
60 feet.
Okay. Right, so I want to go to the one I'm face to face with. Just want to tap him on the face and just go, you can jump off if you want to. You know, we'll say that you fell.
Aark, in this instance where you have necrotically ripped this guy's neck open and shoulders, roll me an intimidation check with advantage.
12.
Okay. He kind of steadies himself for a second and goes, I'm not going to do that. That'd be stupid. I rented this jet ski. I won't get my deposit back.
I'm going to say, okay, and I'm going to cast... I'm going to cast...
I want you to care about the deposit on my jet ski.
What? Did you... What? How much was the deposit?
It was like 50... It was like 15 gold. It's quite a lot.
Like, if I gave you 15 gold, will you fall off the jet ski? Just so you know, I will kill you. Like, you're not looking great.
Right. Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
No, he stayed on that jet ski. I rolled a 6.
He thinks about it. He thinks about it for a second, and then looks back directly into your eyes and says, "But the boss says that you're worth like 40,000 gold pieces alive, so I think I'm just going to stay. I'm going to stay here."
I appreciate your work ethic. Which one's your boss?
Oh, he's the big beefy guy, the one who took a shot at you earlier.
Cheers. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt over that guy's back at the boss.
Tell us how it works.
A flash of light streaks towards a creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage, thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target until then.
Ooh, very nice. Okay.
15. Does a 15 hit?
Misses.
Ah. Cool.
This is this big beefy bastard. So yeah, you let this light. How does this look, Aark, as you let this spell go?
It's so I just picture like putting my hands together, and you just see like this like beam of light that just gets more and more intense until it just fires out. Like
an anime Hadouken.
Yes.
Hadouken.
flies from your fists, from your palms, but sails over this guy who does kind of like, duck to get out the way of it. Is that the end of your go, Aark?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. This big beefy boy who is driving this attack boat has seen you try and Hadouken him off of this boat, and he's going to try and sniper you out of the sky. I say out the sky. You're not on the sky. You're on the front of a jet ski. Mm-hmm. He's going to try and hit you now. Nat 20.
Whee!
Nice one.
Okay. Yes. Right. Let me get all the dice that I need for this shot. Okay. So.
How many dice?
20 piercing damage. You okay?
Yeah, I'm still up.
Okay.
Good. That's good.
Like a mate on a night out. You okay? I'm fine. I don't have a problem.
You just fell over in your own sick. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah.
I'm fine. Yeah, definitely fine. Okay. This shot rings out again. It doesn't hit your wings this time, but gets you in the side, gets you in your abdomen. You take 20 piercing damage like a champ. This hogfolk who you're sat in front of just goes, "Are you okay? You just got shot."
No, I'm not. I'm really not.
You've struck up a real friendship with him, haven't you?
I'm really
I
not.
don't believe this. Would everyone stop getting shot?
Love the references, guys. Thank you. Yeah, that is the end of the big beefy boys go. And now, I'm not going to miss you this time, Titus. It's you. Hey.
I feel like I need to give some big beefy boy some payback for what he just did. But I don't know. I'm encouraged by the noise that ship made once we electrocuted it. So I'll jump on the other harpoon, which is that locked and loaded, Ollie?
It is. It's on the same. It's on the same apparatus that you're operating. It's just another harpoon that's within that gun. So yeah, go for it.
And we'll just. Let's not risk. I feel like there's less chance of hitting a person than there is a big old ship. So let's just aim for the ship, and hopefully if we can take that out of action, then that takes 2 people out. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, let's aim for that.
Roll to hit.
12.
12 misses. So this harpoon, with your action, soars by this boat. You don't get the chance to electrify it because it doesn't stick in, but it just it reaches the end of its tether and then just flops back down into the water. You've got a bonus action to reel it in, unless you wanted to do something else.
Back in, I was going to say.
Okay, cool. You reel it in. The other harpoon is still stuck in the ship. So the attack boat, you have, with this scouting sub, grappled this attack boat. So you are stuck together. If it slows down, it would try and pull you or, all that kind of stuff. But it is still wedged in. 1 second, let me roll something. Okay, fine. We're all good. Titus, that's the end of your go. Nat 20, back to the top. Hog Folken Bounty Hunter, who is sat in front of Aark. Do you really think I should jump off this thing, though? Like, 15 golds it's a lot of money just to waste. And
how much do you earn per annum?
What, per annum?
Yeah.
I mean, not a whole lot. I mean, you are our biggest, take for a long time. 40,000 gold pieces each for, each of you alive. That's crazy. So... yeah, I think I'm probably just going to try and take you alive, if that's all right.
Yeah, go for it. Just so you know, I'm very close to death. So you might want to, not do lethal damage. Just thought I'd let you know.
Okay. He's again he's got range stuff on him, so he's just going to try and smack you in the face. So here we go. Does a 17 hit you?
Just hits.
Just hits. Okay. 17 just hits. You take 5 bludgeoning damage as he smacks you in the beak.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ooh. How you doing, buddy?
I'm going to cast Wrath of the Storm. When you can Thunderous Rebuke attackers when a creature within 5 foot of you that you can see hits you with an attack, you can make them do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, dexterity saving throw come up. What's he got to beat?
14.
Gets a nat 1.
Nice.
Hey.
How much damage do you do to this poor boy?
9 lightning damage.
9 lightning damage.
It's not to be sniffed at.
You see this Hog Folken Bounty Hunter who has clearly just, been got in with the wrong crowd, just been led astray by, other hog folk from the village and from the forest and the fueling station, and he wasn't supposed to be there for a long time. He was just meant to make a bit of money and then move on. He was going to go to college. He was going to get an NVQ and be a plasterer. Do some good in the community and do things for people and families' homes. And he vaporizes into dust like bacon. Blood just explodes. His world is completely turned upside down. His brain is no more. Aark, you are just now sat on the front of this jet ski, which is still moving but slowing down. You have absolutely destroyed this guy. Anything else you want to... I guess that's your reaction, right?
That's my reaction, yeah.
That's your reaction. So, yeah, he is gone. We move on to Officer Lakeland Zager, who, again, keeps his foot down, keeps powering on. He's going to do a perception check. Okay, he obviously sees that you guys are doing bits, getting rid of some of these enemies around, but know that there's still danger coming from the rear, so he keeps his foot down and he is motoring. It's now the turn of the harpoon boy, who is on the attack boat. And the attack boat is maybe 30 feet behind the scouting sub, and you see that he jumps off of the harpoon and he grabs a net cannon and is going to go for you, Aark. Absolutely misses again. These net cannons cannot hit you at all. He gets a 9. So again, this ball of net shoots out, expands, misses, gets blown away into the wind. That is the end of his go. Zakaiya, you're up next.
Let's go. Okay, all right. I'm going to have another shot at... Is Propeller Guy still there?
He is.
He is. I've sort of lost his turn in amongst everything. Okay, I'm going to have another shot at him with the grenade launcher. But because I've now fired it once, am I no longer at disadvantage?
You are no longer at disadvantage.
Thank you. I wish it was as simple as doing something once and you're a pro. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight rolling.
Straight rolling. Right. Dexterity in it. Did you say +3 because of crossbow, or is that not out the window now?
No, that's still +3, yep.
Okay. In that case, then, and dexterity on top, yeah?
Yep.
That is 21.
21 to hit.
To hit.
You smash this guy in the face with a grenade. Again, makes that really satisfying sound.
Thank you for the sound.
Launches. No problem at all. I am here for the whole episode to do SFX if anybody wants anything specific done. Time, so this is my favourite phrase, time slows down. You see this grenade just launch. And he just, as it gets closer and closer to his face, he just goes cross-eyed, like staring at it. Like he's gonna take force damage no matter what, but this thing is going to explode on impact. So Zakaiya, roll your damage, please.
He was wondering why the grenade was getting closer and closer, and then it hit him.
Hey.
Wow! Okay, right, let me just... Oh, hang on. We haven't actually discussed
What's damage?
Like damage stats, yeah. What is damage for it, Ollie?
Hold on. Damage for grenade. That was.
Ollie picks up an actual grenade launcher. I don't know.
Let me just see what the instructions say on the side of this. 3d6.
3d6, okay. That is 12.
You see this grenade, Zakaiya, fly from your grenade launcher as you stand Duke Nukem style, like firing from the top of this scout sub. This grenade gets closer to this guy's face. He goes cross-eyed. It just goes dink on his forehead and explodes, exploding the jet ski with it and exploding him with it. He's dead. He's gone. You just see his body parts just litter into the water, and blood, like in Jaws, just litters the top of the surface. He's gone.
Visceral. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Bonus action at all? If I have
You have
one?
a bonus action, yeah. Just so everybody's aware of what is around them currently. You see Aark riding backwards on the front of a jet ski. And you have an attack boat to the rear of your scouting sub with 2 guys on it. So you've had 5 enemies. You've got them down to 2 so far.
So I get down into the bottom of the sub, having just fired the grenade launcher, and I'm going to heal Titus. So I'm going to use Healing Word, which is 1. Yeah, buddy, I gave you a rude awakening with an explosive, so I feel like you deserve a little bit of R&R. Healing Word is 1d4 plus 3. Okay, 7 points back.
Thanks.
Nice. So Zakaiya, with your bonus action, you jump down, jump down the ladder, close the hatch, I imagine.
Absolutely, yeah. I feel like I don't even need to say it anymore. You know.
You cast Healing Word on your adopted brother, essentially, Titus. Heal him up while he's stood at the harpoon cannon. You have eviscerated this guy who was going to go next, so we skip over to Aark. Aark, you see the big beefy boy on the attack boat and the more medium boy who was on the harpoon.
If I look down at the kind of at the jet ski, can I see anything on the jet ski?
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Just if the guy was storing his grenades on the jet ski.
Ooh, okay. Roll an investigation check.
That is a good one.
That is a 16.
You see, kind of on the seat of this jet ski, just kind of flapping out the side of it, is a spare like bandolier that had a couple grenades on. So you see a bandolier with 2 grenades on it.
Cool. Right. So this is what I want to do. So if I move the jet ski, would it use my movement?
Yes.
Okay.
If you didn't touch the jet ski at all, you would not be using any movement, and as there's no one on it, it would slow right down.
Lovely. I'm gonna pull the pins of those 2 grenades and I'm gonna fly back to the ship. Now, can I get into the top of that ship now that it's shut?
Oh, mate.
The one time where closing the hatch was not the answer, guys.
You
Do the special knock.
you cannot.
Okay.
But you could get back. You could get to the top of the sub. You just can't get in.
Oh my god. Oh,
Remember to close the hatch, eh?
so funny.
Oh, right. Because just to let you all know, I'm at 1 HP. So
Are you?
It's always you. It's always you.
So what I'm gonna
Mate.
do? So I'm gonna fly to the top of the ship. Can't get in. I'm gonna lie prone. Okay.
I've killed Aark twice.
Can't do it.
I mean,
For fuck's sake.
you have pulled those pins on those grenades, definitely.
100% done that.
Yeah.
Actually,
You've-
Do you know what? I'm going to heal myself, which is probably something I should do.
Yes,
So-
yes, please.
I'm going to lie down prone. So that's all my movement gone. And then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Great.
A creature you can touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. When you cast this spell using a spell slot of 2nd or higher, the healing increase is 1d8 for each slot above 1st level. So I cast it at 2nd level, which means I get... That's an 8, that's lovely. And a 1, so that is a 9 plus 4, which is 13. So I'm going to get 13 hit points back.
You pull the pins on both of these grenades. This bandolier just like flapping in the wind on the back of this jet ski. You soar over to the scouting sub. You see that, oh, the hatch is closed. That's new. You lie prone, you heal yourself, and you just kind of hunker down waiting to see what happens next. I'm going to say that's the end of your go, right?
Yeah.
Done everything that you can do at this point. You've healed yourself. You've done all that good stuff. So, a Hog Folk Bounty Hunter, the big beefy boy who is driving this attack boat. He moves the attack boat closer to the sub. Like, it's kind of like in between where... In fact, hold on. He's going to roll a perception check. He got a nat 1. So he has not seen you pull the pins on those grenades.
Yes!
Good.
Nice
Good.
one.
He moves the attack boat not directly behind the propeller of the scouting sub, but not directly behind the jet ski, kind of like in between them both, as if he was going to like shoot forward, but he still stays back a little bit. He's like 30 feet away from this scouting sub. He rears his sniper rifle.
How much did you heal yourself for?
13, so
that's
I'm
not
back
too
up to
bad.
14,
Easy.
so I'll be alright.
Yeah. You
Like,
can take something.
He did hit me for 20 last
Stand
time.
up. Stand up if anything. Time to take a swing.
Yeah, just stand there with your arms out.
Bend
Hit
over.
me. Yeah. That always makes me think of my old boss from Free Radio who got a parking ticket and had a massive argument with the guy who'd given him a parking ticket for a shoot they were on, and turned around to him and was like, why don't I just bend over? You can just shove it up my ass. And he had like an intern with him as well who looked terrified.
Amazing.
It's my favourite story.
Are we going to have to beep out?
There's a million probably, but yeah, maybe.
I think we should just keep saying
sorry.
it, so I have to keep, like... throughout the episode now, just if you want to slip in, I'll have to beep it.
Okay. Done some looking up. This guy has disadvantage on attacking you right now as you are lying prone, and he is doing a ranged attack with his sniper rifle. Aark, could you remind us what your current AC is, please?
17.
So he's going to roll with disadvantage. This is 2d20s. We'll see if he hits. So the first one, bearing in mind this is disadvantage, the first one is a 22.
But it would have hit. Would have absolutely hit me.
Would have absolutely hit you. Would have just soared through your body, like out the back of your spine, blood everywhere, I'm sure. The second one is an 18.
Oh.
So even with disadvantage, he has hit you. He has reared up this sniper rifle. He is absolutely determined to see you off now, Aark. Right. How much HP do you
I know
have left?
CPR, we're all good.
Yeah. Medicine checks at the ready, boys.
Medicine checks at the ready, some cure wounds, some of that shit. How much HP do you have, Jamie?
14. I'm alright.
14.
Come
Okay.
on. Come on then, mate.
Come on. He hits you for 12.
fine.
Oh, yep. No, you're right. You're right.
So this bullet soars into the top of your shoulder, and just kind of comes out your armpit, just like, or out the other side. Doesn't go into your spine, cause you any damage. Not the kind of shrapnel damage that you've done before. But again, you take this hit like a champ, and you lie there prone on the top of this scouting sub with 2 HP remaining. Mm-hmm. That is the end of this guy's go. We're up to Officer Lakeland Zager, who is just keeping his foot down. He's just trying to keep this sub moving. We go to the Hog Folken Bounty Hunter, who was on the harpoon, fired a net cannon, gets back to the harpoon, and is going to go directly after you, Aark, as he's the only one that he can see. Again, rolling with disadvantage because you are lying prone. Misses both times. This harpoon just soars over the top of you. You feel it go just over your head. Again, splashes down into the ocean. He uses the ocean? The river. It's the river Ceraclea, Oli. Come on, keep up with your own story. You see him. He uses a bonus action and he reels it back in. But it's now Zakaiya's go. Zakaiya, what are you doing?
Okay, so I've heard this massive tin can crash of the sniper rifle hitting Aark, so I know he's on the roof. So I'm gonna scurry up the ladder and I'm gonna open the hatch. Hopefully don't swing it open in his face or something stupid. And I'm gonna be like, buddy, hey, quick, get inside.
I have no movement, so you have to pull me in.
Okay, all right. I will grab hold of his talons.
I just picture you going, come in quick. Close the hatch.
Just pops up and goes, mate, you all right? Close the hatch again. I'm gonna grab hold of his talons and I'm gonna pull him down. I'm gonna scaly bird feet drag him down the hatch.
Okay, Zakaiya, give me a strength check, please.
14.
Absolutely do it.
Yep.
How do you do this? Tell me exactly what happens.
I'm gonna grab hold of Aark's talons, and I'm like, you're dragging. I've never really dragged a bird before. I haven't got much to compare it to. But sort of like a rubber chicken, I imagine. Like he's kind of just laying there, and I'm sort of dragging him down the hatch. There's a lot of feathers going everywhere, like when you see a pigeon hit a windscreen. And I'm sort of dragging him in, and then I kind of hook him, get his beak, hook him onto the ladder, like Mary Poppins' little umbrella thing. And then I'm going to go up, close the hatch, and say, what the hell, that was really cool, but my god, you're fucking lucky, as if you didn't die. You did amazing, but we were really worried. Also, there's a grenade launcher down there. Would you like to have a go on it? In fact, there's one for each of us, if you fancy a go.
I'm knackered. I'm at 2.
Right,
I'm at 2 health. I'm
gonna use my. Oh no, actually, I think that's my final spell slot, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. I will heal you with my final spell slot. So it is 1d4 plus 3.
Do you? I don't want to say I have to spell slot, but do you want to wait and see if I die, and then you can bring me back quickly?
That is a very good point, isn't it? We've been here before. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I think, okay, in that case, that's me rewinding. I retract that. I'm not going to heal you. In fact, I had a bit of foresight. I don't know where it came from, but I've just got this feeling that I shouldn't heal you. I should wait until you maybe die. Optimistic of me, I know. So, come on in. Lakeland's still downstairs, pedal to the metal, and I don't really know where Titus is. I healed him a moment ago, but I don't know where he's gone. So, let's hold fire. Can I take a shot? I've used a lot of movement to get Aark in, haven't I? So I don't think I can probably take another shot.
No, you've climbed up the ladder. Fair. You've used an action to grab him back in. You were going to use your bonus action to heal, but we're not doing that at this point. Zakaiya, that's the end of your go. Aark, it's your turn.
Can I go to Lakeland and just go, can I drive for a bit, please?
He
Limp over to him.
Drive for a bit, please.
absolutely. He steps aside, salutes you, helps you into the seat with your 2 HP, and he just says, "Keep it steady, sir. We're doing well."
How close is that ship behind us?
Roll me a perception check.
8.
You don't quite know. You know it's there, but from where you are, you can't see.
This might be a bit of a dick move, but no, I'm not going to. I'm gonna keep going forward. I was gonna slam the brakes on so it would ram us to try and.
Jesus.
But I'm just not. I've got 2 HP. I can't afford it.
No.
I'm just
Let's not do anything rash.
Aark, is that the end of your go?
Absolutely.
Okay. At the end of Aark's go, none of you will see this because you're all inside the scouting sub, but that jet ski that had 2 grenades with the pin pulled on it careers back into this attack boat and boom, like explodes, like kicks waves up. You see the Hog Folk Bounty Hunters on top of this attack ship, like trying to hold on as they're speeding away. The attack ship takes...
Oh my God.
That's a good amount of dice. That.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's nice to have that not hitting me.
Yeah. Be on the other side of that dice shower.
23 fire damage done to the outside of this attack boat. These Hog Folk Bounty Hunters are going to have to do some saving throws. Oh, again, both hold on for dear life. Both absolutely holding on, not letting go of this attack boat as this jet ski just explodes into the side of it, rocking it as it bows and leans. And yeah, they've still got it under control. Just about. It's now the big beefy boy, the guy who's driving the attack boat. And he uses the full movement of this attack. Well, not the full movement because it's got like 120 movement. Ignore that. He uses movement to get alongside this scouting sub. And free action presses a button on the control panel of this attack boat to keep it line. He then runs and jumps from the attack boat onto the top of your scouting sub, and you hear this crunch as this big beefy Hog Folken Bounty Hunter lands on top of the sub. He is going to You guys can't see what he's about to do, but I'm going to roll for it anyway.
Get his dick out.
Yeah.
He whips his dick out.
Hey, I'm so intimidated.
You hear on
His
top
dick
of
hitting
that.
the sub.
You hear a
Thud.
you hear a thud of pork loin slapping the wet metal top of this scouting sub. No, you
That's
do
a
hear.
Cumberland for sure, that, boys.
Oh, there's quite the spiral on that one. You hear the thud of him landing on top of the scouting sub. You hear another thud on top of the hatch for this scouting sub. You hear a few clicks and a beep. Aark, if you'd like to roll me an insight check
Oh,
with advantage
shit. I
at this
think I might
point.
know what he's done. Well, I don't know what he's done, but I've got an idea.
That's a 23.
23. That's the unmistakable sound of C4 being planted on top of this hatch, on top of the scouting sub.
Bastard.
He's used his movement to jump onto the top of the hatch. Has he used all of it? I think he gets to the edge of the scouting sub and kind of crouches down, and he can't do anything else because he's used everything that he can do. We are back to the top and back to Officer Lakeland Zager, who...
What about
Titus.
my brother?
I did it again.
Oh my God.
I did it again. I'm so sorry.
Honestly.
Titus, that's your go.
I wouldn't take that, Titus.
That's fine. I really want to do the thing from... What's it from? From Mission Impossible? You know the one where he goes to blow up the... James Bond. It's the James Bond. You know when he blows it up and it's actually attached to his arse, basically. I kind of want to do that with the C4. But before I do any of that, you know, I sat like... I take it there's like 2 harpoon controls basically right next to each other, yeah?
Yep.
The other one, is that still attached to the ship?
Yes, it is.
So I could just press the electrify button on that?
You could do, yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. There's Lakeland Zager's problem, everything else. Yeah, I'll press electrify, please.
You again, lazy boy, lean back in your chair, slam your feet on the electrify button, and you electrify this ship again. This ship takes 18 points of like lightning damage that erupts through this boat. You hear the engine completely turn off, just shuts off. It's not working anymore. The engine like powers down, and as the sub is moving forward, you are just now dragging this attack boat behind you, like 30 feet behind you, on the end of this harpoon, which is still attached.
Ooh. Do we detach the harpoon and just let that ship go?
Release the pigs.
Release the hog.
Release the pork. Yeah, I feel like that's a good option.
Is that possible? Do I even know how to do that, Ollie?
Yeah, absolutely. With your action, because you've used a bonus action to electrify, and because you haven't done that with a bonus action, you need to use an action to reel it in. So you can absolutely do that with your action.
Yeah, let's get rid of him. Let's just leave the one boy who stood on top of the ship.
Okay.
Presumably.
Yeah. You use your action. You unhook the harpoon, and you leave this attack boat just back in the Ceraclean River as you guys keep motoring ahead. Titus, you still have movement.
I want to go and fight this bloke. Really, really am excited by the fact of fighting this bloke, but I am also very much aware that if I go and meet him, all I'll be doing is standing right next to C4 as it explodes, probably. So I'll go and position myself near the hatch, but maybe not in direct death range of that.
Okay.
And then over to Lakeland.
Yeah. You go stand. You can be at the bottom of the ladder, but kind of closer to Lakeland. You would, I mean, without even like rolling an insight check, and especially you, Aark, you know that this is breaching C4, so it's not directly going to be used to try and hurt you. It's just to take this part of the ship out. So yeah, you're fine stood at the bottom of the ladder where you are. Titus, that is the end of your go. It's now Officer Lakeland Zager. And Lakeland just rears a rifle off of his back and points it towards the hatch, where the hatch would open, and he readies an action to fire if anybody comes down that hatch. The Hog Folken Bounty Hunter who is on the attack boat is now like 100 feet behind on a broken boat, so he is out of the game, definitely. There's not really much he can do. We go straight back to Zakaiya's go.
Okay, so there isn't a guy on top anymore, is there? Or is there still?
There's still a guy on
top.
top.
One guy up there. Okay.
One guy up there.
The boat's out of action, but there's a guy up there.
Yep.
Okay. This is going to be a difficult one. To close or open the hatch? That is the question, as Shakespeare once asked, and I really don't know the answer. Okay, so we know he's up there, don't we? But we don't necessarily know his exact position because we can't see through walls. Right, okay. So I'm thinking I've got a cantrip called Shape Water. So maybe I could sort of get the water to kind of rear up and try and knock him off.
Zakaiya, roll me an insight check.
Free wisdom, yay! And that's 20. Hey,
Yes.
the only one of the evening, and here you go. You asked for that, Oli. That was uncalled for.
I really did. Zakaiya, you are fully aware that explosive devices like this simply do not work in water.
Okay, all right then. In that case, I'm going to use my cantrip. I'm going to use Shape Water to basically rear up like a kind of little wave and splash at this C4 so that it takes it out.
Coming to terms with, like, you as this powerful druid, you don't even know the powers that you have that are inside you, but you push your hands towards the side of the scouting sub, and you conjure this water, which is just, tiny droplets and puddles on the top of this scouting sub, and it all just forms into this cube around this C4 that has just been put on the top of this hatch, and you have, for the best part of now, rendered this C4 absolutely useless. Like a nat 20 was exactly what you needed. And yeah, you hold this cube of water over the hatch, rendering this C4 useless.
So besides a quite lucky crossbow shot early on, can we just take a minute to realise that all I've done this episode is get things wet? That's literally it. I've added moisture to things. Make of that what you will. Okay, cool. So C4's now out of action, guys. That won't work anymore. So we're fine. We're not going to get breached. What are we going to do about the big guy upstairs?
I really want to kick the shit out of him, but as I've been sat here, I've just remembered I'm still really hungover. So it's up to you guys.
Is there any food Titus can have a go at? We are in the submarine. There's a fridge here, isn't there? Can he ever go to the go at a Nat 20 Scotch egg scenario? That's a really good name for a band, the Scotch egg scenario.
That's the episode name, isn't it? There we go. It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there anything he can try and eat just to shake that?
Yeah, if you want to, it's
It's a guy on the top and we're looking for food.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there was a guy in a fueling station who was getting shot at, but all you guys could think about was Ginster's pasties and iron brew, so it's true to form. If Titus wanted to do that, he could do that on his turn. But Zakaiya, as you kind of ask the room, Officer Zager turns to you as like part of his free action and just says, if we bust that hatch open now, the C4 would still be rendered useless.
I'm just a bit worried that he might have the advantage over us as we're all scrambling up that ladder. But, okay, cool. Shall we bust the hatch open?
I think you could absolutely do it. I mean, if you've already conjured the water that you've conjured, you've sodden that C4 all the way through, so it's not likely to explode until it dries out. I think we could jump up there now and ambush him. Zakaiya, it is your go. So you get to decide what you want to do now. You've used an action to conjure the water on top of that C4. If you want to use your movement and get through that hatch, you absolutely can.
I can't attack if I do, though, can I?
You can't.
So I feel like I might be a sitting duck because it will be another one's go before then. But then someone else could always come up there. Because I don't have an attack at the ready, I am just going to wait with Lakeland at the bottom and just kind of wait and let someone else go up there and have a go at him. I know Titus is itching too, so.
Aark, that's your go. You're at the controls of this scouting sub. What are you doing?
In the order, when does this guy come? I've completely forgotten. Guess I don't know, hop out there and get smacked straight away.
This is exactly what I was saying. I don't want to. Yeah,
I'll be dead.
I've played turn-based games. I don't want to be the one who gets smacked.
I don't think I could give that away. I don't think that's. I'm not going to give that away.
I think it's after you, Aark, because Titus was a nat 1, wasn't he? So he'll be at the end.
Yeah, he's before me.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yeah. The hatch is the flap. The hatch is open.
It's not yet. No.
Oh, is it not open?
No. So Zakaiya you've stayed down the bottom of the ladder, haven't you, Zakaiya?
Oh, I thought we opened it. I just stayed at the bottom.
I thought Zach opened it and then
Yeah,
didn't go
and then
out.
just didn't go out because I was going to get smacked.
Gotcha. The hatch is now open.
But I personally I really like it when you call it the flap. Just
The flap.
FYI,
Sorry. Okay. Zakaiya opened her flap and is now at the bottom of the ladder. Sorry, what? You wanted me to say flap, so I'm saying
I
flap.
like it.
Sorry,
I like it when
Should I stop saying flap?
I like
Sorry.
it when Powis says flap because he just that's what it is. Especially because he's a bird. There was a bit earlier where Jamie was saying flap every second word, and I loved it.
The flap is open. Zakaiya's at the bottom of the ladder. Aark, what are you doing?
I was just going to say, I just want to get the chronological things in order. So obviously, Zach got the flap moist, then opened the I just
Yeah. Thank you, Adam. Thank you for supporting me in that. Thank you. Okay.
Goodness gracious.
If I okay, how much movement would it take me to get to the flap and just snared out of it?
15 feet of movement.
Cool. So I'm gonna just fly up to the flap, just peer out. Can I see the guy?
Yep.
I'm gonna cast command.
What do you command this guy to do?
I'm gonna command him to grovel. So just what this does, you speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command. So grovel is a set command. The target falls prone and ends its turn.
Okay. He's got to beat a what?
14.
14. So he's got to roll his plus to wisdom is +2. He's got to roll a 12.
Okay.
Nat 20.
There we go. Well done to him.
You fucking kidding me?
Good for him.
I mean, it's weird, me picking up a dice and showing it to you because it's not there on the
Yeah.
Nat 20. But
And
I
in
promise
fairness,
you,
you
it's
have
there.
had some nat ones, so I do believe you. Yeah.
It is a Nat 20. So what? Sorry, Aark. What happens?
Nothing.
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 Okay. You cast. Yeah. You raise out your hand towards this guy. Cast grovel. Cast command, and tell him to grovel, and he just refuses. He does. His wisdom saves him.
He's a beefy boy, isn't he?
He's a beefy boy. Anything else you want to do with your turn, Aark?
I'm gonna fly back in.
Yeah. Oh,
Is it an action to close the hatch, or can I?
It's a free action.
I'm gonna close that hatch.
You just shot out of there. Grovel. No. Okay. Back in the hatch.
Flap is now closed. Well done, everybody. Aark, with the rest of your movement, you get to the bottom of the ladder. So yeah, it's now this big beefy boy's go. He unsheaths the detonator from the side of his belt, clicks the detonator, nothing happens. It just clicks. And he's like, what? Chucks the detonator in, stands back towards the back of the scouting sub, rears up his rifle, and he's going to shoot the C4 to see if that will do absolutely anything. He gets an 18.
If he's shooting his load at whatever's on the moist
flap, yeah.
Just if you're trying to picture this, for fans at home, he's going to shoot his load at the moist flap. Ollie, over to you again, mate.
Thank you for clarifying. I'm glad everybody's on the same.
Go easy on the sound effects there, Jamie.
Don't. I want to hear some folly from Jamie at this point. I want to hear some homemade sound effects. Yeah, he hits the C4, and with this bullet, nothing happens. So he's used his action to shoot the C4, and he just starts getting really frustrated. He doesn't know what to do with himself. That's his go. We're back to Lakeland Zager.
Again, are you fucking kidding me with this?
To be fair, Titus, I did do that to you on purpose then.
Yeah, I got it.
Titus, it's your go.
Yeah. It's time to have a little dance, I think. I'd like to climb up the ladder, open the flap, and let's have it out, shall we? God, I really want to just sort of drop kick him into the river. Is that bad? Like, I want to have a sword fight and stuff, but I do like the idea of him going, come on then, and then just me drop kicking him off the side of the ship. So, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Bollocks, let's see what happens.
Yeah,
Okay.
use the arena to your advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is this, running drop kick?
A running drop kick, yeah, basically.
Right, roll to hit with a running drop kick.
Just rolling with disadvantage now, this isn't it?
No, this is an attack. This isn't an ability check. This is you doing an unarmed strike, essentially. So yeah,
Right, yeah.
an attack throw. Roll your d20.
22.
Titus, tell me what happens. Tell me what you do.
Oh!
Yes, buddy.
You could kick him in the blades.
Oh my god!
Yes.
I didn't even think of that.
That is what James Bond would do. Do it.
I'm trying to think of a really shit hog-based one, and I'm drawing a blank.
The best I had earlier was don't do anything rash, like
Nice.
bacon. But even that is that's a reach. That's a reach. You can do better than that.
Do you know what? Maybe I'll lead into it. So maybe I walk up, open the flap, open the flap, and I point. I'd like to point. How many of them was there, Ollie?
5.
Oh, how apt. This little hoggy got washed away on a fucking wave. This little hoggy
Got eviscerated.
fairly certain just exploded. This little hoggy, didn't he just sort of drift off into the distance on the ship that we disabled?
Yeah, he did.
And this little hoggy, what happened to the other one?
Got eviscerated by
Got
Aark.
eviscerated. Yeah.
Oh, you got killed by Aark. Sorry, yeah, I've merged 2 deaths into one there. And this little huggy, pointing at the bloke who's in front of me, got drop kicked to a fucking propeller and then just drop kicked.
That deserves a wow at this
Wow.
point. You push yourself off from the ground, perfectly knee tuck, and then just extend out, like perfectly horizontally out with your feet, double touch on the chest. This guy, whoa, falls back into the blood.
Whoa.
All the blood and guts just start spewing out the back of this, out of these blades and into the water. It is very much like Jaws. You see piranhas in the swampy part of the world that you're in jump up and start biting at all the entrails that have been left in the ocean, or the river. Sorry.
Wow.
I neglected to mention, sorry, Ollie, and this does not affect my hangover whatsoever, but as the water's turning red and there's bits of hog landing in the river and on the ship and stuff, I turn around, reach into my utility belt, and pull out a chocolate bar and say, "This is the only bounty that's getting collected today."
Oh. If you're outside the
that's-
UK, a bounty is a coconut chocolate bar, don't you know?
And that's where we'll end our session.
That was good. That was a proper nautical fight, guys.
Oh, guys, well done. I mean, I think that's the most enemies you fought in one fight ever. I think I've put you up against like maybe 2 or 3 at a time. 5 was just like, I really wanted to see if you guys could.
There was lots in the cave, but we didn't directly fight them, did we?
Yeah, exactly. And you really pulled it out the bag. Well done, team. Great
Team effort.
great
Team effort.
teamwork from you guys again. I'd like.
Lakeland, you didn't really do much, but, thanks for, being a part of the team regardless.
You gave a few hints.
Christ. Yeah, if we had cruise control, you were utterly fucking pointless. But, thanks for being here, mate.
You guys hate my NPCs. I'd like to thank
Not
my
all of
players.
them. We had a funeral for one of
All
them.
of them.
No, that's true. Yeah, someone who's closer to your parents, I guess. But I'd like to thank my players this week, Jamie, Amy, and Adam, for coming around and playing another episode of Dice with Death with Aark, Zakaiya, and Titus. If you've enjoyed what you've heard today, you should subscribe to us. Subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Leave us a 5-star review, all that jargon, because it really helps us out. And one really important thing I want to say is, if you know about this podcast and your mates don't, tell them. Like, just get them involved in it. If they're fantasy nerds like all of us, get them involved. We'd really appreciate it. And yeah, share the love, share the podcast love. If you want to follow us on social media, we're at Dice Death Pod on Instagram, Twitter. We're also on Facebook. If anybody who's listening to this podcast likes you, Jamie Powis, and wants to see and hear more from you on social media, where can they find you?
You can find me at Jamu1987.
Marzeng, and same with you, Amy Mallett. Where can people find you on social media?
I am on Twitter at Amy_Mallett.
And Adam Wilbourn, where can people find you on social media too?
I am on all the social medias at Adam Wilbourn.
Thanks so much for listening, guys. We'll see you on the next episode of Dice with Death. Say bye!
Bye!
Bye!